Explorers, welcome back. So, we have a true crime cash stuffing into Bill Killer. I am not doing a case today. I will just go ahead and let you guys know that for a couple of reasons. One, I have entirely too much money for this cash stuffing, and it's the end of the month, so I'm trying to get this money in here. So yeah. Just not going to do a case. I was going to break this up into a couple of cash stuffings, but again, it's the end of the month, so I want to make sure these funds get into this binder before the end of the month, and I just don't have enough days left. But that's okay. We did one the last time. I've been kind of doing them every other time that I cash stuff this, so that everybody's kind of getting, we're kind of getting a mix of what we, everybody likes. Some like when I do the cases, some don't, so this way I'm doing both, and it gives me a little bit of a break in between. But yes, there is a ton of cash in here. You guys, I was going through my crafting supplies. Like I had a bunch of them stored in storage totes in the garage, and I started going through some of those totes, and I just found, I found all of these from when I used to sell them. Now, mind you, I made this like 3 years ago during COVID. So, actually, 4 years ago. That's when I used to do, I was doing my crafting full-time, like, really big. I was selling in online boutiques and online, like, craft shows and stuff and showcases. And this was one that was requested. And I had made one for myself as well, but I never used it. So when I saw this in my tote, I was like, oh my god, that would be perfect to hold our money for Bill Killer, because the envelopes from the bank are definitely not big enough to hold all of the money. And if you're not familiar with this sounds suspicious. This is a little like logo, not logo, but like this is a nod to Bailey Sarian, who is my favorite true crime vlogger. I guess you would call her a vlogger. I mean, it's like a visual podcast. I don't know. She does Murder Mystery and Makeup Mondays. So yeah, that is a nod to her. So I thought that was perfect to hold the money. But we have a ton this week. Why? Well, because we come with normally $100. But then I told you guys, I mentioned in a video that, we got our deposit back on one of our utilities, and it was $62 and some change, and then I had $3 left over after paying our car insurance. So there's $165 in here, which is why it was just entirely too much to do a case. That video would have been like 2 hours long. So I'm going to break this up into $20 increments, and I will be right back. Okay, so if you're wondering why I break it up into $20 increments, it's because I have a deck of cards. There's 52 cards here. If I didn't break it up, we would just go all the way through this deck of cards, and so automatically every envelope would get $4. And so this way, we're not going through the full deck, so it's random how many each one gets, because I shuffle after each $20. So number 2 is trash. This is going to get very full very fast with how much money is here, and the fact that it's like already pretty full since we've been doing more cash stuffings in this. So I don't know what to talk about, so maybe I should have came with a case today. I just don't really have anything to talk about. I have been watching, what are some shows you guys watch? I am hooked on Fire Country. It's on Paramount Plus. I don't know what regular channel it airs on because I just watch it on Paramount Plus. But I am hooked on it, you guys. Absolutely hooked. So number 7. 7 is HOA. But I keep getting really annoyed because there's been several weeks that they've skipped airing it because they said that they had other prior obligations. I'm sorry, nothing is more important because this show is so freaking good. So I just watched last night's episode. So yeah, what's that one? I watched Chicago Fire, Chicago PD, Chicago Med. Chicago Fire and Chicago PD I tend to not keep up on. I more so watch it when I have like nothing else to watch, then I'll catch up on like a bunch of like a whole season that I've missed. I don't watch it weekly. But then I also watch Law & Order SVU, Law & Order Criminal Organization. I watch... what else do I watch? I watch a lot of shows. I am a big TV person. I don't care for movies. They don't hold my attention span. Me and my husband are watching Blacklist right now. And we've been like binge watching it together, which is great because we tried to watch it a few years ago. I actually bought it for us, like all of the seasons on Black Friday one year. And we tried to watch it, and every time we would turn it on, I'd make it like an episode in and I'd fall asleep. And he got so frustrated, so we stopped watching it for many years. We tried to pick it up again. I did the same thing. Like, I just could not watch this show for the life of me. And then, I don't know what it is, but we started watching it again. We were like, you know what, let's finally do this, because we finished Revenge. So, I was like, let's do this. And now we're on season 4, and I'm just absolutely hooked. So good. What else do I watch? I watch on Hulu, I watch 911. I watch Station 19. I also watch like all of the FBI series, so like FBI Most Wanted, FBI International, all of those. I'm currently just watching the regular FBI one, because the girl that plays in it is from the movie Stick It, which that was like my sister's favorite movie growing up. Okay, so now we're going to shuffle the cards. I think since we have so much money, I'm going to, well, this is $20. I didn't have a spot for it. I'm going to do something a little bit different, just so we don't have a 2-hour video. These cards are so stiff that you can't bridge with them. It's hard to even shuffle them. Okay, so what I'm going to do is start from the beginning. I'm going to roll a 4-sided die, and that'll determine how much goes into each envelope. So 3 is going into trash. 1, 2, 3. One is going into gas. 2 is going into water. 2. 2 is going into Cox Internet. 1 and 2. Progressive is getting 1. HOA is getting 2. 1 and 2. AT&T is getting 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ford is getting, oh, sorry, NV Energy is getting 2. 1 and 2. My husband keeps texting me. Ford is getting 3. And that's the last $3. But I'm going to go ahead and roll for mortgage because I have $5 sitting over here since we did have $165. $3 going into mortgage. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay. All right, so let's move up the next 20. Trash. That is mortgage. This one we roll for. And that's a 6, and 6 is car insurance. Car insurance again. Gas. We have NV Energy. Car payment. HOA. Cox Internet. HOA again. Where is HOA? There it is. We roll. Oh. That's 1, which we don't have a 1. So 1 again. We'll put that one in a mortgage, actually. Three is gas. My husband is blowing up my phone. He's texted me like 8 times. Nothing even important. Okay. Gas again. Car insurance. Joker, we roll the dice. 6. So that is car insurance again. Water. Gas. NV Energy. You guys, I have a feeling we're going to get this binder done this year for sure. Maybe even by Q3. So 7 is HOA. Because we officially have enough in this binder. We have more in this binder than I need to cover mortgage. And then all my other bills are fairly low except for, well, I mean, car payment is high, but I don't have a car payment anymore technically. We're just still stuffing it because we need the funds in there and we need the category. And I haven't redone anything. So that is that $20. So I guess technically if you take out car payment, then we don't really have much left to do in this binder. I think when I do my monthly update, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add up all of my bills. Because I always add up the total of what's in the binder, since it all goes into one account, or one high yield account. But I'm going to compare that to what the total of all my bills are. to see like how much further we have to go to complete the whole binder. But I'm not going to include car payment in there since we don't have a car payment. Okay, so now we're going to roll a die the same way we did last time. $1 going into trash. Let me move this 20 forward. Gas is getting $1. They always get caught on this binder because these teeth right here do not line up. $4 going into water. We may have completed water. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We might be completing water today. $2 going into Cox Internet. 1 and 2. $1 going into Progressive. HOA. $1. $1 going into AT&T, which my AT&T bill is going to be going up because my husband needs a new phone. His phone has been paid off, so we haven't had to make any payments on on a phone for him for a while. $2 going into, what was that? NV Energy. So that's going to be going up. Ford is getting $4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then mortgage is getting, I guess we'll roll and see. $1. So I'm going to take these $2 and put them over in this stack because I don't want to roll again and then, oh. All right, let's start over. So I'll read some cards this time. Charles Edmund Cullen. Cullen was a nurse who poisoned his patients with something. I have no idea how to pronounce that. A heart medication. Experts estimate his actual kill count to be in the hundreds. And he was active in New Jersey and Pennsylvania. And that is 6, so that's car insurance. We have Ed Gein. And I'm going to roll a die while we read this one. Ed Gein. Gein was a grave robber who made belts, bowls, furniture, and even masks from corpse. He was the inspiration for numerous fictional movie killers. He was active from 1954 to 1957 in Wisconsin and died in a mental hospital. And we got 6, which is car insurance. 8, Randolph Stephen Kraft, the scorecard killer. Randy would pick up male hitchhikers, then drug, rape, and strangle them, dumping their bodies near freeways. He kept a coded, cryptic list of his victims. He was active in California, Michigan, and Oregon. And he died on... Oh. He's still alive. He is currently on death row. So 8 is cell phone. That's AT&T. We have Charles Ray Hatcher. Hatcher was a pedophile who kidnapped, raped, and strangled young children. After being caught, he begged his jury for the death penalty, but they refused. He was active from 69 to 82. He died by hanging, suicide by hanging, in 1984, and he was active in California, Illinois, and Missouri. And that is HOA. We have Theodore John Kaczynski, the Unabomber. I'm not going to read all of them, or we'll never make it through this. Nine, Dean Arnold Corll. He was Candyman. And he is actually, he worked with another person, I believe, that's in this deck. 9 is NV Energy. Nine again, Ronald Joseph Dominique, the Bayou serial killer, which is also NV Energy. Then we have 5, Keith Hunter Jesperson, Happy Face Killer. I've mentioned several times that I actually follow his daughter on TikTok. So, she is on TikTok. She talks about all of, like, the case and how it was for her as a teen with him as a dad and when he was caught and how she found out and all of that. Ricardo Richard Ramirez, Night Stalker. Number 10 is car payment. Her parents were divorced, so her mom knew nothing. Joker is the Zodiac. We're putting this into mortgage. The Zodiac hunted in Northern California area, targeting couples in their car. He taunted police and newspapers with cryptograms, some of which still remain unbroken. Jack is Carl Panzram. Panzram would rob, rape, and shoot sailors and other men. He once broke in and stole future President Taft's Colt 45, which he used in several murders. He was executed by hanging in 1930. He was active in New York, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Pennsylvania, Maryland, and D.C. And that goes into mortgage. We have Kenneth Alessio Bianchi, the Hillside Strangler. And that's going into trash. Raymond Martinez Fernandez, the Lonely Hearts Killer, also going into trash. Henry Lee Lucas, Confession Killer. Lucas claimed to have joined fellow serial killer Otis Toole in a cross-country killing spree, assisting in over 100 murders and confessing to hundreds more. He was active from 1960 to 1983 in Michigan, Florida, Texas, and West Virginia. And he died in prison. 5, Joseph Michael Swango. Swango was a doctor who enjoyed poisoning his patients and coworkers. He fled the country to Zimbabwe, Zambia, and then Saudi Arabia, but was captured. He is serving 2 life sentences in prison currently, and he was active from 1981 to 1997 in Illinois, Ohio, South Dakota, and New York. I don't think I've ever read his. And that is going into internet. We have Coral E. Watts, Sunday Morning Slasher. I don't think I've read his either, but we'll save it. NB Energy. Gary Leon Ridgway, the Green River Killer, is going into mortgage. 10, Dennis Lynn Rader, the BTK, which stands for Bind, Torture, Kill. I know way too much about this guy. I did a very in-depth what do we call that? Assignment on him, I guess. I can't think of the word right now. 4 is Herbert William Mullen, and that's going into water for my criminal justice class. Was that the last? That was the last dollar. Okay, so we're going to shuffle these, and then we're going to go over to the dice. So the next time that I do this binder, I will have a case for you guys. Now that I'm stuffing this twice a month, basically one of those times will be a case, one of those times will not be. Before I was stuffing it once a month and I was doing that, so you guys were only getting a case every other month. So at least now you're getting a case once a month. Okay, we are rolling a die. We are starting at the beginning. Trash is getting $4. Oh, trash is definitely going to be complete. 1, 2, 3, 4. And yeah, I forgot to clean off gas. I'm just now realizing that. $4 going into gas. 2, 3, 4. $3 going into water. We may not make it to the back of this if all of these keep getting $3 and $4. $4 going into internet. 1, 2, 3, 4. $3 going into Progressive. 1, 2, and 3. Since we only made it halfway, I am going to take the next 20. $4 going into HOA. 1, 2, 3, 4. AT&T is getting $2. 1 and 2. NV Energy is getting $1. Ford, $4. 1, 2, 3, 4. $4 going into mortgage. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, let me see. We'll put that over there. And we'll go to the cards. 8. We already read this one, so this is going into cell phone. Amy D. Archer Gilligan, or Sister. Sister Amy ran a nursing home where she would poison clients and her clients and husbands and collected on their life insurance. She used arsenic and strychnine, I don't know. She died in a mental hospital, and she was active from 1907 to 1917 in Connecticut. And that is going into mortgage. Hamilton Albert Fish, or Gray Man. Fish was a cannibal who raped, tortured, and murdered young children, often mutilating their remains. He once boasted that he had children in every state. He was executed by electric chair. He was active in New York. And that is also going into mortgage. Earl Leonard Nelson, guerrilla killer. Nelson was a necrophile who targeted landladies. Under the guise of renting a room, he would gain their trust, murder them, then hide their bodies under the bed. He was executed by hanging in 1928. He was active from 1926 to 1927 in California, Oregon, Washington, Missouri, Pennsylvania, New York, Michigan, and Illinois. That is a lot of states in a 1-year time span. And the fact that they did not even waste any time, because he was active from 1926 to 1927, and then they executed him in 1928. Like, they wasted no time on this guy. We have William Gorge Bonin, the freeway killer. Bonin was a twice paroled sex offender who would abduct, rape, torture, then kill boys and young men, disposing of their bodies alongside freeways. He was executed by lethal injection. He was active in California from 1972 to 1980. And that is going into car payment. We have Gary Leon Ridgway, the Green River Killer. Ridgway was a necrophile who targeted prostitutes and runaways. He strangled and dumped their bodies in wooded areas near the Green River in Washington. He's serving 48 life sentences currently. And he was active from 1982 to 1998 in Washington and Oregon. And that is going into mortgage. We have Dean Arnold Coral, Candyman. Coral raped and murdered teenage boys. He paid 2 accomplices, David Brooks and Elmer Henley, up to $200 per victim. He was later murdered by Henley. Because he was shot to death in 1973. He was active from 1970 to 1973 in Texas. So that is going into NV Energy. Theodore Robert Bundy, Ted Bundy. Bundy was a necrophile who kidnapped, raped, and murdered girls and young women. He escaped from prison twice and collected heads as mementos. He was executed by electric chair in 1989. He was active from 74 to 78 in Washington, Utah, Florida, Colorado, Oregon, Idaho, and California. And this one, we roll the dice. That was a terrible roll, but that's okay. It's going into 3, which is gas. William Lester Suff, the Riverside prostitute killer. Suff was a country store clerk who raped and murdered prostitutes. It is rumored he once used one of his victims' breasts in a police chili cookout and won. Ew. He is currently on death row. He was active from 1974 to 1986. Oh, he was active in 1974 and then again 1986 to 1991. That's weird. Maybe he was doing time in between there. I don't know. In California and Texas. So that one is going into water. I wouldn't want that guy anywhere near my water. This is Joseph Paul Franklin, the racist killer. Franklin was a neo-Nazi who targeted black men and interracial couples. He shot most of them at random and at a distance, usually from rooftops. He was executed by lethal injection. And he was active from 77 to 80 in Wisconsin, Montana, Tennessee, Georgia, Virginia, Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and Utah. The dude got around. We have Paul John Knowles, the Casanova killer. I was just going to do ones we hadn't read yet today, but I'm just getting all new cards now. Knowles claimed that he went on a cross-country killing spree after his fiancée broke up with him. A psychic had warned her of a dangerous new man in her life. He was shot while escaping. He was active in 1974 in Florida, Georgia, Ohio, Nevada, Texas, Alabama, Connecticut, and Virginia. Again, 1 year. He was active for 1 year in 8 states. Like, that's just... How does anybody back then... They needed to work more, I guess, because way too many people had way too much time on their hands. Because 8 states, and I travel a lot, but that's crazy. Patrick Wayne Kearney, the freeway killer. We already read that one, so that is also going into cell phone. We have the Zodiac killer, and we roll a dice for this one. I've already read this one. And that is going into gas. We have Raymond Martinez Fernandez, the Lonely Hearts Killer. Fernandez and fellow serial killer / lover Martha Beck robbed and murdered women who posted ads in the Lonely Hearts section of the local newspaper. He was executed by electric chair in 1951, and he was active from 1947 to 1949 in Illinois, New York, and Michigan. 2 is trash. 8, we have William Billy Gohl. Gohl was a Union official who robbed and murdered sailors passing through. He disposed of their bodies in the Wishkah River through a trap door. He died in a mental hospital, and he was active from 1900 to 1910 in Washington. And that's going in cell phone. Charles Ray Hatcher, which we already read. That one is going into HOA. Derek Todd Lee, Baton Rouge serial killer. Lee raped and murdered women in their homes in the Baton Rouge area. He was linked to 7 unsolved crimes after voluntarily giving his DNA to police. He died in prison in 2016. He was active from 1998 to 2003 in Louisiana. And that is going into Wata. We have Carol Warnos, Florida highway killer. Again, if you haven't seen it, there's a movie with, why can I not think of her name now? The movie's called Monster. Charlize Theron. Really good movie. Warnos lured men into wooded areas where she would shoot and then rob them, later claiming her victims were killed in self-defense when they tried to rape her. She was executed by lethal injection in 2002. She was active from 1989 to 1990 in Florida. That's going into mortgage. And the last dollar sitting there is the Boston Strangler. Without any sign of forced entry, he sexually assaulted and strangled single women. Home alone, often with the victim's own nylon stockings. So we're going to roll a dice for that one. 6. 6 is car insurance. It's too far. Okay, and then we have these random dollars over here, which I don't know. How much do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, $11. Maybe I'll just use them to finish up some if we need to. Okay. Trash got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, $14. So let's just go ahead and count all of this. We have 20, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 49. And we only need $2 to finish this, so that's exactly what we're going to do. That's 51. That is complete. I'm not even going to bother coloring it in. I'm going to take this. This is going to go into mortgage. So I'm just going to set it aside for right now. Gas. I'm just going to use a black permanent marker for right now since I didn't clean this off. Gas got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, $16. So that is 8 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This will definitely need to be condensed. Water got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So water got 16. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Plus 25 is 49. So, not the neon, because that will not color. Okay. So we have just a couple more on this one. So I'm going to paper clip all of this together. Can I get it? That's a lot of ones to paper clip together. This is a single one. So next time, as long as we get 2 in here. Honestly, this one should be finished next time. Cox Internet. Cox Internet got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then it had 1, so 13. It's still going to have 1. Okay. Let's see. So we're marking off 12. So 4, 8. And 12. So this will get paper clipped with this. And we have $1, one odd dollar for next week. Progressive got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We're going to give it $1, so it's 15, and we can color in 3 cars. So 5, 10, and 15. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Oh, just put that behind. making good progress on this one. HOA got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Does it have any odd dollars? 14. So we've got these 2 odd dollars. So 14, we can color in 2 houses. This is just making it so much easier on me, and now we have 2 odd dollars for next week. That way I don't have to go through counting all of these ones each time. AT&T got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 4, 5, 6. So we're going to add 3 to this. So there's 18 here, so we can color in 2 cell phones. Okay, I'm going to set this one aside because that's a lot of ink. NV Energy got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and 21. Okay. So we can color in 2 on NV Energy. Why can I not get this paper clip on here? There we go. Okay, sorry about that. My camera battery died and it said it was overheating, so I went ahead and cleaned up while I was waiting for that. So, Ford got a lot. Ford got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Let's see how many odd dollars it has. Ooh. 18, 19, 20. And then it's got, okay, so let's do this. Each one on Ford is $20. So 20, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. So we're going to paper clip this together, this 40, because anything over that is extra towards another car. So we should have, with having 40, we should have 2 cars colored in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we are well on our way. Let me see. $1 shy. $1 shy of having what we need to do an additional car. Okay, so we're going to color 1 in. Because I would have just put the rest in here, but that's okay. Okay, so now mortgage got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. We need the calculator because mortgage got 24 plus, why can I not find my calculator? Oh, there it is. So mortgage got 24 plus we're adding in the 51 from trash. It's 51 because we completed trash. So let's put this one back in the front. So we're adding 75 into mortgage today. Oh, I think that's going to be enough. So 50, 70, 90, 110, 130. 50, 70, 90, 100. So we have 75 here plus 43. So we are getting to color in another one on mortgage. I am going to count this just to double check. And then we're going to go ahead and add in the rest of those ones. So, mortgage has a lot. Mortgage has 1,000 in a high yield. 500 in a high yield. 1, 2, 3, 400 in a high yield. Plus 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 150, 160, 170, plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, $54. So $2,124. So we should have 21 of these colored in. And we do. So we only have 3 houses left to color in. We are 200 and... Not even, because this brings in 2,400, but my mortgage is only 2,302, 2,304. 2,302? 2,302. I'm not going to be able to fit this back in here, so we're just going to put it in the back. Because this will have to be cash condensed. So here's what I'm going to do, though. I know that 24 of this is extra. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this 24 I'm going to put in the envelope. Because that's towards the next house. I hope that makes sense to you guys. Because this here is going to be the 2,100. But that way we don't have to count that every single time. Look at this binder. It is bursting. So, that is all that I have for you today. It was a longer video. But we got to cash stuff a lot into this binder, which makes me really excited. So, until next time, bye.